I want to get your guys' opinion on this, because when it comes to platforms like Twitter and even like Instagram and whatnot, the algorithm dictates what gets attention and what doesn't get attention, right?
Right,
So
yeah.
there's a lot of like power at hand there, and that power, like with great power comes great responsibility. Shout out Miyagi. But anyways, with great power comes great responsibility, and the people that are like in charge of these platforms have a huge responsibility to make sure that when it comes to these platforms, the algorithms that are running behind them are fair and equal, and provide like an equal playing field. And a lot of people would argue that on Twitter, like Twitter has not been the most even playing field in a while. Like you look at like Donald Trump getting banned. There's also a lot of like far right people that were on the Twitter platform. Alex Jones, I think his name's Alex Jones, basically really controversial dude, tweeting really controversial things, also got banned from the platform. A lot of people weren't happy about that because a lot of people agree with the opinions that are being stated. So it's like, if these people that own these platforms are like not allowing certain people to share their opinions, a lot of people view that as like suppression. So I wanted to like, and a lot of people are scared with Elon Musk coming and taking over Twitter because they have this huge fear that Donald Trump is going to come back to Twitter. And we saw like what Donald Trump on Twitter, being on Twitter meant. I don't know if you guys remember way back when he was like inciting that violence or that riots outside the Capitol building. Bro, I remember being at home watching that thing unfold, and I was just like, this is crazy. This is like a movie, bro. People are literally like breaking into their Capitol building. Someone got shot and killed. America's wild, guys. And Donald Trump's also crazy. So for me, it's like, do we want Donald Trump on the platform, even though we don't agree with these opinions? If we don't want him on the platform because we can see the power of him being on the platform, is it fair that he's not allowed to like share his opinion on that platform? Like, and also, what do you guys think about the algorithms? Like, who should be in charge of those algorithms? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Look, if we look at what Elon's been saying, he says that he wants to keep free speech, but obviously within the boundaries of the law and stuff. So I think Trump has as much rights to join Twitter and express his opinion as anyone else. But the moment it starts the incitement of violence or starts causing things that would break the law, be considered breaking the law, then action should be taken. But if it's just someone expressing their opinions, I don't see a problem with it.
No, I agree. I think there should be some type of... Look, I'm not a political person, so I can't say what exactly happened in history. But I do think there needs to be some type of like proper, how do I say this? Like regulation when it comes to like who needs to be banned on the or who needs to be censored really on a public platform like Twitter. I think it was a bad move banning Trump and Alex Jones. Those opinions are wrong, but they are opinions, and one should be able to express them freely. Now, I think if like one would take it to the judicial system and one would actually be like, actually what you did was illegal, etc., then I'd say, you know what, by all means, grounds. You know what I mean? It's like removing a thug from the streets. It's the same thing, really. You're just you're embedding society in that regard, but you've done it through the legal system. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I can't say, someone can fact check and let me know if Donald Trump was like legally removed from Twitter. I'll have to fact check that. But I do believe that there's a place, because if you remove Trump from Twitter, not only are you making his voice stronger, and are you giving him, how do I say, validation in regards to like what he's doing is pissing off certain people or set amount. Like it's just, there's a lot of power that comes with being censored and being, because you're one of, it's an extreme, you're like an anomaly. Like no one gets banned per se from a public figure like that, especially for expressing political views that millions of people agree with. So you're just you're just putting the shine on them even worse. So yeah, I think like if Trump comes back because of Elon, I'm not going to be mad, bro. I think it's just one of those things. You remove Trump from the equation, it's not like all his followers are going to leave and forget about him. They're going to follow him to whatever platform. You remove Alex Jones from Twitter, they'll follow him. They'll find something else. Maybe Discord, maybe whatever it be, but there will always be, like, these voices are always going to follow. They always need someone to follow and someone to essentially speak for them. So you're not really helping anything by censoring voices. You're only just shifting the discourse to a situation where we don't know what's going on anymore. So I think the average Joe will assume Trump is not doing crazy stuff because we don't see it on Twitter anymore. But only to find out that if you're like a true follower and you know where he's speaking and where he's hiding, there's a lot going on. We're just not exposed to it anymore because of the censoring. So who are you really helping? You know what I mean? At least when Trump was tweeting, we would see the nonsense. Like, we would see it. There was no hiding it. So that's my opinion. Like, I think that's how I see it.
One thing that I like about what Elon Musk is talking about is he's really pushing this narrative where we create a system that is like open source. So it's not a black box approach.
Yeah.
And that's really, like, I have a huge problem with other platforms like Instagram and Facebook, because if you rewind, like, I don't know when you guys hopped onto the Instagram trend, but for me, I go way back, bro. Like, way back. To the point where people were popping filters on there, like looking like Minecraft characters and whatnot. Like, I don't know if you remember those filters, bro. Those filters were different, bro. But anyways, and back then, Instagram was a very different platform. It was very much focused on image content. So people would be putting up stuff, and a lot of photographers managed to grow substantial followings on Instagram back then because their quality of images was just so much better than everyone else's. And that's what was being pushed on the platform, was images. Then you fast forward to now. Now it's like you have TikTok entering the game. Short form content has become like a really big thing. YouTube also blew up. So Instagram realized, shit, we need to get on the video trend. And then they started that with IGTV, and they wanted to compete with YouTube by entering the IGTV game. And now what they found was that people were not receptive to that at all. And that's why IGTV has now died a death. But then TikTok came along, and now they're doing more of the short form content, and they've obviously integrated Reels, and Reels are being like pushed. Like, if you want to reach people, Reels are the way that you have to, like, you don't have a choice. And I think the fact that you don't have a choice is just like, it just shows the power of how these algorithms actually affect our behavior. And then it becomes the whole like chicken, like what came first, the chicken or the egg, right? Because then it's like, are we affecting the algorithm? Because you could argue that we affected the algorithm by being so interested in a platform like TikTok and putting a lot of our attention in short form content on TikTok, which forced Instagram to adjust their algorithm. But now what we're seeing is, like, after they've adjusted their algorithm, it forces a whole bunch of other people who might not have been interested in short form content in the beginning to kind of start creating short form content and being interested in short form content, because they have to adapt accordingly to the algorithm in order to still remain relevant. So it's like, the power of algorithms is so, like, I don't think we fully like comprehend the power of how algorithms can affect our behavior. But I also don't think that we comprehend how our behavior can also affect the algorithms.